stimulating. Mind experiment.
It's no sleep, baby.
Welcome, everybody, to No Sleep, the podcast. I'm AJ Simmons.
Hello.
Hello to you, too.
Hi.
This is a comedy podcast, so I'm going to do a little joke or two, warm us up, get this podcast started. All right? I was a 10-pound baby when I was born.
True story.
True story. And when I came out, my mom tells me that the doctor said to her, he has a very large head and it's lumpy, which means he's going to be very intelligent.
Oh.
Just another reason to not trust mainstream medicine. Because I became a podcast.
But who didn't?
True.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Personally, I wouldn't mind being typecasted as an actor. As long as it's for the role of handsome guy who smashes regularly.
We all wish for that.
That is it for me, folks. Cut to Tom McGrain.
There you go. I was on it with the drums
Good
today.
work.
This first, I felt a tinge of nervousness. I never have that, hardly. Ooh. Interesting. Maybe I'm going to have a heart attack. We'll see. Let's see. This past week, I was at, I got to go visit the old house. I moved, these guys know. And I got to go visit the old house to feed my cats and my fish.
The current tenants.
Yeah, because I haven't moved yet, so I got to go there every single day, feed the animals. Because I'm worried the cats will pee and or escape from the new house. Anyway, and the fish tank, I don't know. I need help. So I was there, and I was feeding the cats, and I was feeding the fish, and I went downstairs, and I changed the cat litter, and I came upstairs, and I poured the cat food. I got some wet cat food, put that down. Then I went back, and I was back at the fish tank, and I was feeding the fish. I was like, oh, man. It smells like shit in here. Like, it smells like the cats took a shit right here. And I was looking around, and both the cats were like around my feet, and I was like looking at my shoes. I was like, oh my God, it smelled like they shit like right here. Like, ugh, what the fuck? I was like, cats, where did you shit? And then I remembered, before I changed the cat litter, I took a shit. I was like, oh, yeah. Because I walked in the hallway, and I was like, oh, my God. Oh, that was me. That was me.
Didn't recognize your own brand?
I didn't. I thought it was cat shit. That's how bad it was. It was not good. I got to get back on my Metamucil regimen. You know?
Yeah.
This weekend we were eating dinner, and we have like a dining area now, which it's
called a dining room.
It's not a dining room; it's in the kitchen.
Sorry,
it's a dining area in the kitchen.
All right, okay.
And we were sitting there, and I was trying to make people laugh, and I told Everly, she said something about, and I said, "Oh yeah, I'm a goat." Blah blah blah. Give me some tin cans, and she was like, "Ha ha ha ha." She's like, "Oh no, you're like a goat with horns, like like a ram." He's like, yeah, you're like a ram, and you're going to ram mom until she's ruined. And I was like, and me and Sarah looked at each other, and we were like, what?
Record scratch.
Yeah. I was like, you're right, Everly.
That's right.
Ding dong. This is so stupid. I'm going to say it out loud, though. I love sports. I don't know if you guys knew that about me.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I do love sports. And a few weeks ago, a guy asked me if I wanted to join his basketball pool. I go, what? You filled a pool with basketballs?
Basketball pool.
Yeah, that's right. I wanted to join it. I thought he filled a pool with basketballs. I'm glad I put that one in there, especially at the end.
Yeah. Toll was also a large-headed baby.
Lumpy.
Yes. They really did say that to her, allegedly. Anyway, cut to Alex Carter.
Oh.
Like Sam's on camera the whole time, is being like, "All right,
Don't worry about him.
We'll get to him.
I saw on the news today that they brought the dire wolf back from extinction. I guess the dire wolf went extinct like 10,000 years ago, and scientists mapped their genome and used CRISPR to alter the DNA of wolves, and they basically remade dire wolves. Damn. So I guess that means we learned absolutely nothing from the Jurassic Park movies.
Yeah. It's true.
Na, 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 na.
They're trying to bring back woolly mammoths too.
Bring them all back. Let them kill us
Yeah. Saber-toothed tiger.
in a amusement park setting.
Nice.
That would actually be kind of a cool amusement park. Like try to survive in a rather large enclosure with some sort of dangerous animal.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah. I had to pay for this.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's more of a grand prize situation.
I always thought that would be a good movie. It's like one of those small town, like rural animal like zoos.
Oh
it's
God,
like,
the rural animal
where like
zoos.
a hillbilly has like a tiger and a
Yeah.
lion and shit,
Yeah.
and then they all escape in a storm or
Yeah.
something, and it's just people in farmland running from lions and tigers and shit.
Yeah.
A stampede of elephants. Yeah. Because I think I could fuck up an armadillo.
Hell yeah.
Well, yeah.
We go to
It might be tough though.
You like to
Yeah.
think you could.
Yeah.
They're armored.
Flip that little guy over.
Do you want a gut check this time again, AJ?
My gut.
Yeah.
I'm gutting.
Well, I'm boobing.
There we go. There we go, folks.
There you
Get a nice lay there. There you go.
Yeah. It'll be back. It'll be back. God damn. And now, finally, our very special guest, good friend of the podcast, Mr. Sam Hirchak.
What's up? Hey, I brought you guys something, actually.
Oh.
I think it fits the vibe and the aesthetic. It's a bird.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look at
Classic.
that.
Yeah.
Look at that shit.
Classic balancing bird.
It's like a magic bird or something.
That's for you guys. I don't want you guys to fight over it. Take turns.
Yeah.
I'll pass it to you.
Wow. Look at that fucking thing.
Look at that.
Oh.
Skills.
Some sort of black magic shit right there.
Oh.
It was handed down to me by my grandfather
Oh.
from the top shelf of a toy store. And I've had it ever since.
Is that
Really?
true?
And I think I got it at Price Chopper.
That's cool. I guess just the perfect little weight distribution on it, right?
Yep.
No, it's enchanted. It has magical properties.
That's awesome. I'm going to stick it right here next to Gumby.
Nice.
Look at that bird. Shit.
The only thing that could top that is one of those little, the.
Yeah.
I never knew how to make those, but I
me
loved
neither.
them.
Yeah. That was the girls' job. The girls could make those.
Right.
And we were just under the power of whatever that thing foresaw in our future.
Yes.
We didn't have that kind of power.
Right.
Who will you marry?
Oh, the cootie catchers?
How many kids will
Is
you
that what they're
have?
called?
Yeah. That's what we called them at least. Yeah. Those seemed magical, that's for sure.
Yeah. You never knew what it was going to tell you.
There was always like two girls in the class that could make them, and you're at their mercy. Like, please, can you make me a cool one? Yeah. Oh my God.
I'll trade you for this lizard.
I need to know how many kids I'm going to have. I'm in 4th grade. This is killing me. What kind of car will I drive?
Yeah, what was the other one? Was it called like math? Where it was like mansion, apartment, townhouse?
Yeah.
Oh.
I remember that one.
think
I
I've
don't
heard of
remember that
one.
at all.
Yeah. Was it in the cootie catcher?
No, I think it was a different game.
I was more of a guy drawing one of those S's.
Three lines. Yeah. I made a lot of cubes also.
Nice.
Oh, the cubes were dope.
Yeah. Well, in the margins there. Some good artwork.
3-dimensional cube. What am I, a scientist over here? Studying geometry.
I knew how to make cootie catchers.
You
I
did.
could probably make one right after this podcast.
Love that.
I wonder if I could. I don't know.
I'd love to see it.
I would love to see you try.
I'll trade you this lizard made out of that little string and beads. You ever see those?
Oh, yeah.
Like the little You can make a little keychain out of them.
Oh yeah, those were awesome.
Yeah.
Like the geckos.
Yeah, the geckos, yeah. I was very into that. For a while. Big bead guy.
I like that. And the
Hell yeah.
sand art.
Sand
yeah.
darts. Oh, yeah.
Like a
yeah.
model.
Yep.
Have you ever seen the like the professional, like the high grade sand art that people do on TikTok and shit?
Nuh-uh.
They pull out like a little like an ice pick or something, and they'll be like and have like super detailed artwork in a bottle
beautiful.
of sand. Pretty cool.
is pretty cool.
Or
I'm glad it's still around.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
The ancient arts.
Yeah.
Sand arts.
Yeah. Or like this is more advanced stuff, but the ship in the bottle,
Oh yeah.
that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. I'd like to get into that.
Imagine growing up in a time when that was like a main entertainment you did. It's like, I'm going to put the ship into a bottle for 19 hours a day because TV doesn't exist yet.
And I hate my kids.
Yeah. I have 11 kids and I hate them all.
Dad is busy.
Get out of my study.
Put this goddamn boat in a bottle. Get out of here.
Puzzles are just too easy. I'm gonna go boat bottle.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw a ship in a bottle.
They're rare.
I feel like they used to be significantly more common. Maybe they were never that common.
There's no good bottle ship makers anymore, you know?
Because I remember there was like a PBS kids show when I was a kid that showed how you'd have to like, I don't remember if they built it, but I remember they raised the sails. They had it all like folded in, put it in the bottle, and then have to put like a stick in there. And raise the sails, yeah.
There was some drunk asshole that really wanted to get away from his family at some point. It's just like, I wonder if I can build a boat inside of a bottle. And that was his life's work. And then he did it. And everyone was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
How'd this boat get in this bottle?
And then he was burned at the stake
Yes.
for being a witch.
He was hung summarily after they found the boat in the bottle.
I was at the gym earlier today, and I don't know if it was a weird time that I went or something, because I did go a little bit earlier than usual. But everyone else at the gym except me, pregnant women.
Ah.
Are you sure you're not pregnant?
I do kind of look like a big baby, especially when I'm working out. I look like a baby that's just been born. I'm all red and like, very
Got
distraught.
shit all over you.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I thought I stumbled into a Lamaze class. perhaps.
Interesting.
Yeah, they were getting after it though. Some of these pregnant ladies were strong.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Carrying weights for two.
Yeah. So that was something.
I
that
wonder.
happened today.
Yeah. Yeah. It just seems kind of like, did they coordinate?
Yeah,
Just-
I don't
is it
know.
Coincidental?
It seemed to be coincidental.
Yeah.
But there was no class, but it was me and like 4 pregnant women all just at the gym.
Huh.
Yeah, I found it strange.
Did you ask them all if they knew who the father was?
Just one by one. Excuse me. Excuse me.
It's all the same. It's all the same guy, and they're training to kill him.
Like Charlie's Angels.
You stumbled into something different altogether.
Yeah.
There's a whole system happening there.
I should have made some small talk with them. Been like, your baby's going to be really strong too. Now. You ever think about that?
When I was born, I had a lumpy head.
I was a 10-pound baby.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir. Cut to 30 seconds later, she hears it. Yeah, I was a 10-pound baby. It's like, this guy.
I won't shut up about being a 10-pound baby. Who's proud of being a big baby?
That is huge.
It's a big baby.
And you weren't late.
No, I think I was pretty much right on time. Yeah.
Man.
I think my brother was a little early, so maybe he would have been bigger, my younger brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, my sister was a little pipsqueak. She was like 6 pounds or something. Just regular.
Damn.
Yeah. My mom pretty much every major holiday brings it up. Just
As
like
you do.
the horror story of
course.
Yeah.
Let mom
You
wheel
see
that
that
old
head?
chestnut
Yeah.
back out.
It was the same size when it came out of me.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess she had an epidural and it only worked on one half of her body.
Oh, yeah.
Which can happen sometimes.
Ugh.
So like one leg, like one half of her body totally fine. The other leg was like kicking like crazy. And I guess they had to bring in like bigger, stronger nurses
Wow.
like, from the locker room to like pin her down so she could
From the locker room.
yeah. Like wrestlers. They had to come out from the back. Come running down the stairway. Yeah.
I need to bring in some male nurses from the asylum.
That's right. Yeah. It was cool being born, though.
Yeah, sure.
You know?
Yeah, worked out for you.
Yeah. I think I don't want to take all the credit, but I was born.
Hell yeah. I was also born. I was thinking about that. Well, not exactly that today. I was thinking about this weekend that I think I might be too nice to be a parent, even though I am a parent. I'm just like
Too nice to
too
be a
nice.
parent?
Yeah.
Like a pushover.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it could
It's
become
like,
a problem.
I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just like, clean your room. I don't want to. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I don't want to either.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where I'm like, well, you know, if we're being honest.
I don't want to be a hypocrite.
Yeah. Do you want a puff of this?
Oh my god.
Don't vape, but if you're going to, you have to share.
Yeah.
Oh, the girl's already got you wrapped around their finger there.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's like,
That's all right.
yeah.
That's a cute girl dad kind of thing, you know?
And I have to catch myself from not where it's like the old, like when I was in high school, I'd blame smelling like cigarettes and booze on either being at the bowling alley or one of my close friends, you know, always the same friend also.
Yeah.
And now I'm always like, well, your mom wouldn't want you to do this. So she's like, yeah. I'm like, I probably should need to not do that and just stand up for myself.
I don't
But
want you to do this.
Yeah. And she's like, so? You make another good point.
I'll be in the basement.
Yeah.
Defeated dad goes to the basement.
You and Everly smoking cigarettes now. So, yeah, mom doesn't know shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd have to be hard. I mean, they're so cute. You
It's
know?
true. She was very upset about me leaving tonight. I was like, you're going to bed anyway. I don't know.
Daddy's got to work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is how I put food on the table.
Yeah, Daddy's got to go make that $0. Oh, baby.
It's a
I make it
long-term
rain
investment.
with no money. That's how I dry them off when they get out of the tub.
Yeah, well, is there something that you would say has been the hardest to learn about raising children thus far?
No.
Is it the diapers?
I don't mind diapers. Yesterday I went to my family's for Sunday dinner and I took the baby out of the car seat. I was like, oh man, she's all wet. So she's fucking soaking wet. What got on her? What got on her was what came out of her ass. I was soaked in liquid baby poop.
Shit.
I'll do it.
But that happens. I don't know. I didn't care. But
Yeah, it's your baby.
more of the law. I mean, you know, autonomy.
Right.
See you later.
In order to give them their autonomy, yours had to go. Mm-hmm. It's like Highlander.
Yep.
Could be only one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only one of us is in charge now, and it ain't you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you
I don't know. So I mean, kind of everything, I guess.
The lifestyle change, perhaps.
But there's nothing that's been too hard. I'd say bedtime is hard with the 6-year-old that does not want to go to bed.
What's the secret? How do you do it?
Hey, someone tell me, please. Yeah. To threaten with mom is so far.
You can't pull the read a book for a little while out?
I do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know at some age you probably maybe fall out of that.
Yeah.
Like that working on you.
Yeah.
That being said, I think it would work on me pretty good.
What's that?
Like someone read me a book.
Oh yeah, no. Just do all the activities like all
The
of that.
regimen.
I saw a dude on one of the TikToks or Reels or something where he's like, I've put my kids to bed at this point approximately 10,000 times, and it's been annoying every single time. I was like, yeah, the baby, you just set her down and walk away.
That's all there
Like,
is.
way to go, baby. Yeah. yeah. She wakes up later, a couple times a night usually, but actual bedtime is just like, no problem, Bob.
Just put them in a dark room.
Yep.
Out.
Yep.
I was thinking about this earlier. Do babies sleep a lot just because they're always tired, or because they're just bored and there's nothing to do?
I think they do most of their growing when they're asleep.
He's bored as hell.
And it's just part of, if you can't, I think it's just like, if you can't really do anything, sleeping is pretty good.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually wrote a little bit about that earlier here. You have to wake up pretty early to sneak one past me. But I do like to take a few naps, so maybe then. I was never a nap guy for the longest, like basically my whole life. And then I think just pretty much my 30s, they've really fully come into effect.
Dude, a friend of mine just told me, my friend Emmett, we're all from, that he saw a thing that said that taking naps regularly can reduce heart attacks in men by up to like 60%.
Hell yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
I'm on the right path.
Yeah. It's crazy. I don't know. I'm just quoting him, but I also saw a dude, like they talked about old timey, like Ben Franklin and maybe it wasn't Ben Franklin, but someone along those lines, where they just like, you sleep for a few hours, you wake up, do some stuff, sleep for a few more hours, wake up, just like intermittent sleeping.
Yeah.
Just sleep whenever.
I'm pretty sure Da Vinci did that too, where
Yeah.
he would sleep for 4 hours, work for 4 hours, sleep for 4 or something like that, versus one solid block. I like the solid block though.
I do like,
I like the solid block with the peppering of naps.
that. Okay. Here's the hardest thing is for me has been sleep.
Oh, really?
Oh, by far.
Is it because you're on like red alert for the baby?
You're on alert for the baby, and then you can't just stay in bed. Everyone's milling around and wants you to do something, and I still stay up late, not as late as I used to, and then the few hours, and the baby always waking up generally once a night while I'm sleeping, and then it's just you're just tired all the time.
That seems to be the universal for the old parentage.
Yeah, nothing new there. Yeah, no new information, but it's like, damn.
Yeah. No, I think that might be like the hardest part for me if I was to do it, to be a father.
It is definitely the hardest part. Just sleep deprivation and just like I just want to sleep and not have to. Just one night's sleep, please.
Well, that's what, like, I had a few days off last week where I got to drop the baby off. Sarah was out of town. Everly was getting watched by grandparents. So the middle of the day, I was like, oh, all this time to just do whatever I want. And then you lay in bed, oh, mother. It's nice. And then that's basically all I did. So, but yeah. The not being able to just walk away,
Yeah.
It's the where it's like you can't just leave. You have to be around. I mean, like just little situation where you'd be like, I want to just go lay down for a minute. Can't.
No, sir. Mm-hmm. They're going to throw a toaster in the sink or something.
Yeah.
Well, you got pretty baby-proofed in there, it seems like.
Yeah.
I was checking it out.
testing out all the.
The empty carpeted basement is awesome
Yeah.
for a baby just starting to crawl.
Yeah.
You just put her in the middle and you're like, what are you going to do now, bitch? Nothing is the answer. Crawl around.
Yeah, she's crawling pretty good from what I saw.
Sorry, I just called my baby a bitch, but it's a universal in my,
Term of endearment.
in my book. Yeah.
Yeah, day. Okay, here's a great question I thought of earlier, actually. Both in their prime, fist fight outside of an open mic with you and your dad, who's winning? In their prime.
Damn.
And you're in your prime, too. There's no option. He heckled you.
Do you know it's your dad? Or is it just like straight up ability?
Yeah, straight up ability. Relationship.
Man,
out
that
the
is a
window.
hard question. I think that I got so much height on my dad, but he was winning like
Pepper the jab.
he was winning push-up contests in the Air Force.
So he's got a little military medal. Too.
Yeah. So there's that. But I was rocking push-ups pretty hard at one point myself.
Yeah, and your dad was kind of a short king.
I had about 4 inches on him.
God damn.
I'm gonna say, but he's probably tougher than me. Just in general, just being from that era. I'm probably gonna say my dad would beat my ass.
Yeah. I think I would also
I
lose
was
to my father.
much bigger, but I was much bigger
Yeah.
than he ever was. I don't know. That's a tough question.
Yeah, that is tough.
I think the safe bet's just to say my dad, because yeah, he's had big muscles, and I don't think I've ever been in my prime. So
That right there.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, my dad went to Vietnam and all that stuff, and I'm a little bigger than him, but in his prime versus me, I'm like,
He's got that dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I also just said maybe I shouldn't be a parent because I'm too nice.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Right.
So I do know. I think my dad would probably whoop my ass.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm way bigger than he ever was. So.
I think I'd get out of the first round with my dad, But then
Yeah.
as the fight clicked on, all of his years in the Marines, I think he would really start to
Yeah.
turn up the gas on me.
Yeah.
I'd be on the ropes, kind of like drunkenly stepping around,
Yeah. My dad also had a bunch of brothers, and I only have sisters. I'm gonna say, yeah.
Yeah.
I take
All right, fair enough.
it's kind of yeah. But I do remember getting when I was in high school, and then kind of realizing like I'm like way bigger than you, dog.
Yeah.
Like what are you gonna tell me to do?
'Cause I feel like you do reach a certain age, like as a young man or whatever, where
Yeah.
you do start to kind of size him up a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh, I'm up here now.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
yeah,
I can look right in your eyes.
my dad had 2 hip replacement surgeries, and that's when I stopped being scared of him.
Yeah.
Like, you're fucking slow
Yeah.
out.
Outwork him. Yeah. So that's the fighting your dad segment.
Okay.
I wish I was tougher. But I'm just never.
You had a couple fighting stories you've told on this
I
here
do.
podcast.
Yeah.
A stop sign.
Yep. Yeah. Lost to that stop sign.
That stop sign was tough, though.
Yeah.
It was. It
Yeah.
was.
They just put it in, I think. So
Yeah.
I think I'd beat my dad up now.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
I would too, but barely. Barely.
Yeah. I'd just pop my dad's head off and give a speech with it.
Hamlet style. Reenact some finishing move from Mortal Kombat.
I thought I was going to be on fire tonight, but these are not going as well as I thought. Here's an invention idea I thought of earlier. See if anyone else has already crossed this. So, yeah, idea, a GIF loop, right? Mm-hmm. But on a T-shirt.
You got to
in.
figure that's coming.
Yeah.
We can't be more than a few years away from
They did the
that.
belt buckles for a little while where you could have like a little scrolling
Yeah.
message across.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like a T-shirt that has.
I think I've seen where they're doing some digital stuff on fabric.
Yeah.
Well, I think I saw years ago.
In Vegas,
it seems like
I saw like a light up shirt.
right.
Yeah.
But I saw years ago where
That's
they
how
could
it starts.
Yeah.
they could like paint. There was like LED paint or something, and if you put and maybe I don't think I'm making this up. I think it was on
might
like
be making it
Scientific American Frontiers, where they're like, or maybe it was something they were saying they will be able to do in the future, where it's just like you basically paint, and then if you put the fucking cord or whatever the output thing up to the painted screen, you can just put stuff directly on it.
Really?
Yeah, but that's probably doesn't exist yet.
Yeah.
I wish I hadn't even said it.
Redacted.
So you can like change
Nobody
the
cares.
color of your
Yeah.
walls like instantly. And
Yeah. And I think screens are getting so thin. I mean, there's every single one of these disposable, cancer machines it has a screen on it.
That's what I'm saying. I could just see, like looking over his shoulder or the gif of the guy going.
It would be hilarious to have a screen that it could also sense whether or not people were looking at it.
Yeah.
So you could have like a big
God.
fucking finger sticking up, and if they looked at it, it was like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
That seems
Yeah.
plausible in the future.
For sure.
But then you have to charge your T-shirt at night.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Where's the T-shirt charger?
I thought I took USB-C.
No, USB D.
Fuck that, if that was true.
Yeah. It was just a kind of a vision I had in my head of
Yeah.
a T-shirt. I think it's going to come.
I think
Somebody's
so.
going to get that together. Yeah. Good work. If I'm ever receiving an award for something someday, I absolutely will be using the phrase "to baldly go where no man has gone before."
Very nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I really believed in these too.
I don't know if you heard my basketball joke at the beginning, AJ, but this podcast is going great.
How's the new shop going, by the way, buddy?
It's going good, going well. One weekend, everything has worked well, no problems.
Did you ever wind up getting slammed, like super duper busy?
Yeah, it was a busy week, but not. It just seems less crazy there because it's a much bigger building. So like, I'll be there working, and I'm like, it seems like we're decently busy, and I'll check the numbers. I'm like, we're getting rocked right now, but like, it doesn't seem like it just doesn't hit the same over there.
Interesting.
Runs a little
Not
smoother.
as much of a.
And the
line
weather
out the
hasn't
door.
really been that great.
No, yeah, it was it was a busy week, but not like doorbusters, which will come when the weather comes. Another month or so.
That's kind of nice, though. You get a little chance to.
Yes, it was manageable, so that was good.
I figured it would have been nuts, but yeah, I guess the weather probably plays a lot.
Yeah, we opened during the week, and the weather was scrappy, and
Yeah,
so we were just regular busy, which I'll take.
yeah. It's exciting though. 2 businesses. How about that?
Kind of weird.
Yeah.
I'm a guy that went from 0 businesses to 2. That's pretty strange. I would more identify the guy with 0 businesses, so this is still like,
I did the same
where I'm
thing
at.
with kids.
yeah, exactly, exactly. But my whole life was 0 businesses.
I could use a business.
yeah.
Toll's daycare.
Yeah.
2 birds with
Toll's
one
tots.
stone. Yeah, Toll's tots.
That's what you can do with the old house.
Yeah.
Bring your kids in.
Yeah. Pick your own cage.
Or go to the free range basement.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah, parents have to sign a waiver.
Plenty
for
of
that.
cat turds to play with.
Tons of activities.
Yeah.
All the
Feed a
radar.
fish.
That's right.
Yeah, it's like a zoo in there and shit.
Yeah. Toll's petting zoo.
Toll's
Yeah.
Tots and Petting Zoo.
Soon to be licensed.
Yes. This is a good idea, actually.
This is a good idea.
We do need something to do with that house.
What would it take to turn the house into a childcare facility?
Just a sign. Put a sign up.
Print out a bunch of those little sheets of paper that says Toll's Tots and And petting zoo with a little pull tab. Put them at the price chopper. Your phone will be ringing off the hook. It's located locally in Beaverdale. Oh,
That's right.
it's going to save us so much time and money.
Yeah.
Don't worry about permits until they ask for
No,
it.
yeah.
Get a few of those serve safe certificates up on the wall.
Yeah, you can
Stars.
borrow mine.
Yeah, perfect.
City View best daycare in Des Moines.
Yeah. I was only the runner-up for petting zoo.
Yes. Blank Park got it again.
Yeah.
Damn.
Man. Yeah, well, this is a good idea.
This
Yeah.
is.
Fleshing out.
I'm actually thinking about this.
Yeah.
Go home and watch Daddy Daycare. Take notes.
Yeah. Real studious notes. Like, oh, yeah.
Shiloh's good with the LLC stuff. She can set you up. She knows that kind of stuff.
It is crazy dropping the baby off or picking her up from daycare and just like 11 babies crying at the same time. We're like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
You're like, well, here's one more, I guess. Now I have to go to work. I can't believe I'm doing this.
yeah.
And I'm basically giving you my paycheck to do this.
Yeah.
So,
That's why it's
All
$10,000
right.
a month.
Yeah. That's what I mean, what it cost. I'm like, they need to, it just, the cost for childcare is outrageous.
Yeah.
And I feel like the childcare providers themselves don't get paid very much. And I'm like, what is,
Do you
if
have to
if I was watching 5 kids and somebody was paying me what I pay, I'd be like, God damn, I'm doing all right. yeah.
this money spends.
Plus that petting zoo money, it's gonna be fucking off.
Shit.
yep.
Yeah. Do you have to send the kid with a lunch?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, yes, yeah, baby, but not 6-year-old. She
Okay.
gets school lunch.
Nice.
So, but yeah, baby, we provide food and diapers.
Just pack a burger in her little
Yeah,
diaper
yeah.
bag. Send her on her way.
Yep. Wipes, diapers, food, all that.
Wipes, diaper, tuna salad sandwich, bag of chips.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't
Cheeseburger
think this guy
casserole.
knows what he's doing.
Maybe the whole Pirates of it.
I don't know what you do here, but over at Toll's Tots, we give him the old cheeseburger
That's
casserole.
Yeah. That makes the price even kind of crazier that you're sending them with the food too.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense because everyone's probably picky about what their baby
When you think
has.
about how long it is,
Yeah.
it's not that, but it's just like,
I mean, do you want to send your kid to daycare every day for $40?
yes.
Yes.
Correct.
But then you don't want,
Yeah.
you know, like, I feel like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I want the state to provide,
Yes.
but we live in the wrong state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
state
Yeah.
partner.
I don't know if any states provide that, but this one definitely does not.
No.
And will not.
We're on our own
Anytime
here.
soon.
Well, the move my mom did was, like we were just kids, and then she ran a daycare out of the house.
There you go.
That's
That was a popular move back in the day.
that's
Smart.
a move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Toll's Tots becoming more and more of a reality.
It is. But the in-home daycare providers that I am aware of do not have a lot of money. So
I just couldn't see where.
Maybe they have debilitating gambling habits.
could be. That's what I've heard about in-home daycare. Whoa, words.
In-home ding dong.
In-home daycares. In-home daycares. Yeah. But
Yeah, they
Could be.
They cash those fat childcare checks and go right
right.
to DraftKings with it.
Yeah. Gonna put it on the sports book.
That's what I heard. Got some parlays going.
Yeah, we just got sent off to my aunt who didn't have a job, and she would just watch us.
hell yeah.
It was the worst.
That's what my poor sister.
It was the worst.
I remember, like, I must have been like 6 or 7, and
I bet your aunt loved it. Though.
I was there for breakfast, and she had Raisin Bran, and I picked out all the raisins and just ate the flakes, and then she made me eat every single raisin.
Ooh, also Raisin Bran raisins straight.
Yeah.
Even worse.
Yeah.
Ruined raisins for me. I've never had them since.
Wow.
Damn.
I eat Raisin Bran every night before bed.
So crazy.
Raising Band Crunch.
Yes.
I moved away from s'mores cereal because I'm a healthy boy now.
Yeah. A growing boy.
Oh my god.
You must wake up with a nice dump every day.
I take dump
I would think
after work.
I figured you wake up at 6 in the morning like, oh,
Yeah.
No,
It's not just the baby that shit himself.
but yeah, my sister's mainly my youngest sister, who's 12 years older than me, had to watch me the most, which probably seemed a little unfair if you're
I bet it did.
16 hanging out with a 4-year-old. You know, not the best.
Yeah. I'm sure she appreciates it now.
She does. I'm pretty sure she did not then.
No.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get finger banged in a car over here. In a Studebaker.
Studebaker. Oh shit. She'll love that.
It was 1943.
We just won the war.
Toll was being a real pain in my ass.
But it was also, though, a different time where with the 5-year-old, she could just be like, go outside.
Right.
Yeah.
And that would be it.
Go play in the dirt, Toll.
Yeah,
Stay out of the street.
Yeah. I'm sure you were more than happy to oblige.
For sure. Cause problems, dig a hole. Good times.
Hey, didn't you say you dug a hole like 6 feet tall one time, deep?
Probably 5 feet, but yeah, because it was above our
crazy.
heads
That's crazy.
in the backyard. Yeah, didn't do Iowa one call or nothing.
Oh God.
We thought we were going to dig the hole to each other's houses.
Oh, I
Yeah.
yeah.
dig a hole.
We're gonna build tunnels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
This
really
is
pretty straightforward.
foolproof. Yeah,
construction.
yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
straightforward. I'm gonna dig. His house is over there.
Yeah.
This one should take a couple hours.
Yeah.
The hole's the easy part.
Yeah. If we had gone, I mean, this hole was deep for 2 little kids digging a hole. This
Yeah,
was like a
that's crazy.
serious hole. Yeah.
Like digging for a well.
And I hear kids do have serious holes. Tag it.
Are you still in contact with any of your friends from those days?
Yeah, the kid. I'm still talking to the guy I dug the hole with.
Still working on that whole project.
Yeah.
I live in Urbandale now, but we're
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be.
gonna get it
Takes
done.
me longer to drive everywhere. This hole is gonna suck. Yeah.
That's cool to have a friend that long. We always moved around like base to base, so I didn't get to like start those friends until I was in middle school, pretty much.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad. I mean, by the time you hit high school and finish up, you got enough time.
Yeah.
But
For sure. They say, yeah, you're for men, I don't know if it's true for women, but your group of friends in your early 20s supposedly are like the lifers generally. But I've been friends with you weirdos for an awful long time as well.
yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah, I met all of you. Yeah, I guess I was 26,
Damn.
bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and
Yeah.
very drunk.
Yes.
26. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll be 34 this month.
Oh, that's right. It's April. Like a week away.
I'm nearing middle age.
Crazy.
So
Oh, how time goes by.
So you guys were born, right? I rewatched Grizzly Man last night.
Oh,
Did you
nice.
Watch that?
The
Vanna Hussar.
Yeah.
I just saw an interview with him. Maybe it was on 60 Minutes last week, but they were talking to him and they showed clips of that and talked about it. I'm like, oh man, I forgot about that one.
I fucking love him.
Yeah. Werner. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The guy in the documentary, it's there's quite a few hilarious shots of them cutting to experts. You know, some guy in an office with like
Yeah.
a bear skull
Yeah.
on his desk, and he's like, yeah, he was kind of asking for it.
Yeah.
I mean, when you see the footage, it's crazy to me. In one way, I understand like wanting to hang out with a grizzly bear, right?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Seems pretty cool. On the other hand,
Yeah.
it's a fucking grizzly
Yeah.
bear.
I also
Paws
understand
the size of your head.
if they
Yeah.
let you do it long enough as they did, you'd be like, they are my friends. I'm going to stick my head in one of their mouths.
Yeah.
Check it out. Yeah. And then you get killed by them
Yeah.
as you would, as
Yeah.
he did.
It's a captivating documentary, though, the way he like builds it out, because it's not even done in a traditional way of like saving him dying for the end or whatever.
Right.
It like opens with being like, he's very much dead, by the way.
Yeah.
And then kind of breaking out and
You're
building
not going to believe this. The Bears do kill him.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, we.
I think
believe
it's
it.
probably actually the more respectable, because if you set it up to have like this documentary with a twist at the end that the bears kill him, you'd
M.
be
Night
like,
Shyamalan
what the
stuff.
fuck? Yeah.
Like, it's the bear man. He has a bond with the bears, the likes
Yeah.
of which the world has never seen, and he's dead.
Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
dramatic effect.
Yeah.
It's fascinating, though, because you can tell that he really does like, he's like, oh, you know, that's Mr. Chocolate.
Yeah.
And Mr. Chocolate's like,
Yeah.
like the way they walk is so interesting.
Yeah.
They're kind of like pigeon toed, where they have like these
Yeah.
weird little feet kind of go in.
Yeah. I watched that back in my drinking days, but the bear attack in The Revenant. That was on regular playback at my house.
Yeah. That's what led me to
crazy.
watching Grizzly.
Yeah.
I had rewatched The Revenant.
Yeah.
Which is still pretty good.
Yeah. Also, that bear attack, you're like, damn, it looks like he's getting attacked by a bear. Like,
Yeah, I saw
it is
that
very realistic.
recently. That scene was on, and of course you have to stop and watch it.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is still very scary to watch.
Yes.
So this holds up.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the way the bear not like plays with him, but sort of will take breaks.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
like
come
not
back.
even, that's how strong a bear is. It's not even that interested, really.
No.
He's like,
Yeah.
looks around, doesn't even
What was I
care that
doing?
much.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Let me crush this guy's skull
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah, because you see him even in the video, like in his videos that he's taking, sort of him, the camera facing himself, self shooting it or whatever. They don't look that big, but I know like once they were near you,
Yeah.
you'd get a full kind of idea.
Yeah, it'd settle in. Your brain would do the math real quick and be like, "Oh, we're cooked."
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I always think, have you ever seen a timber wolf at a zoo?
Yeah,
You're like, holy fucking shit. These things are like 4 feet tall. It's like unbelievable how
so much
huge
bigger
they
than
are.
You're like, it's like a German Shepherd or something.
Yeah.
And then you're like, no.
no, it's not. Yeah.
And the dire wolf is back now.
Yeah.
What's the scariest brush you've had with wildlife in your
Ooh,
life?
That's a good question.
Here we go. There's got to be an Albia story.
Well, not really an Albia. I went on vacation in Colorado and I lost my contacts and I was a teenager, real stupid. And we're in this cabin and it had trails. And there's bears and mountain lions in there. And me with no contacts, put headphones on and just went walking trails blind in the woods full of bears and mountain lions.
Blind and deaf.
Yeah.
Listening to Limp Bizkit.
Oh, for sure.
Chocolate starfish.
Bear galloping up behind you.
Shit.
Gosh, I'm trying to think.
I know my scariest one was in the Pacific Northwest, where the water was fucking freezing cold, so goddamn cold. But if I went in like inch by inch, I could kind of get used to it.
It's that
as I
mountain
went
snow
in.
runoff.
Oh, dude, it was so cold. And I was walking into the ocean, and I finally get out to where it's like up to my chest, shoulders, and next to me within like 10 feet, I see what I thought was a shark. I was like, Jesus H fucking Christ. I'm freezing my balls off and I'm like, oh my God. Walking back, Then I realize it's a seal. But guess what? it still weighs 200 fucking pounds. I was like, I don't want to be by the seal either. Yeah. I was scared as shit. So that's probably, yeah.
That would be
And in the
terrifying.
water, I mean, it's just like everything about it. I was not pleased with the situation. Yeah.
Well, you're in their world at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see any kind of fin, I'm shitting my pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got bit. People say you can't be bit by daddy long legs. I saw a daddy long leg. I swear to God, it had like the teeth that Matt Dillon had in Something About Mary.
Big chompers.
It had
What about you, choppers?
like it had teeth that you could see. So maybe it was like another type of bug that just looks like a daddy long
I
leg.
bet it was.
But I was like, sort of had my hand out because when I was a young person, I would like put my finger out and get a little butterfly on it, stuff like
Yeah.
that you do. And I was like, I've always heard the daddy long legs couldn't bite you, and then it went like right into my hand. I was like, ah, because I remember also hearing that daddy long
are the
legs,
most venomous.
but they just don't have
Yeah.
big enough fangs to
Yeah.
hit
Have
you. And
the
I was like,
juice.
I got.
and you were like, I just watched it bite me.
Yes, I was freaking out.
You're like, do I have Spider-Man powers now?
Yeah.
Am I Spider-Man?
Did it hurt?
Oh yeah, I was very scared too.
Did it swell?
I think there was a little like pimpled up a little.
Remember we had a very old substitute teacher named Mrs. Schwartz. And she came in she had missed a couple days, so we had a substitute. And when she came back, she missed the days because she got bit by a spider, and we were all like, whatever. And she takes off her shoe, and it was like her foot was black. Like a third of it was black, and it was like we were all like, "Oh my god, gross!" Yeah, but she was very old, and I assume that had something to do with
Probably didn't help.
Yeah,
I mean, those spiders can fuck you up.
Like a brown recluse
It
or
must have
something. I
been.
think when those bite, this kills like just your body just like makes a hole, just everything dies there.
Yeah.
You gotta stop it.
yeah.
I just thought of one of the scarier ones I had. Also,
So not just the spider is your scariest running. You got bit by a spider once.
I got bit by sort of a daddy long leg type spider. This is another kind of spider situation.
Oh, okay.
I remember we had just moved to Boone and we were living in my grandma's. It was like sort of semi-finished basement, where it's like it's a finished basement as in
Yeah.
there's furniture down there,
Yeah.
but it's still like a basement,
Yeah.
very much
Concrete
so.
and
Yeah.
wood and stones.
But they threw like a shower and a bathroom in there, and even the shower used to creep me out because it just had that basement shower vibe. It was
Basement
like a little,
showers are scary as a kid.
Yeah.
I don't fucking trust this thing.
yeah, they're just like they seem dingier and weirder. It's not like your basement bathroom where it's all finished.
Yeah, yeah.
It was more like a shower.
More like a basement shower.
Yeah, a shower for like a criminal.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like they have a curtain.
You don't get to use the upstairs shower.
Yeah.
You go down there.
But everything about it was like a little creepy, but I liked it because it was sort of cool and dark in there, and that's nice, like on the summers. But I remember me and my brother shared a room down in that basement, and I was always terrified of spiders. So I remember sleeping and feeling like something in my hair, but I thought it was more like the AC kicking on, you know what I mean? And like blowing the back of
Yeah.
my head or whatever. So I felt like, I was like, no, it's, because you're rationalizing out of it at first. You're like, this isn't what's about to happen.
Yeah.
And then I felt another, like more of a scurry.
Yeah.
Scurry.
And like that, and like grab, but it was still kind of like in my hand. And I swear to God, I mean, I was a littler person then, but about the size of like my palm. It seemed like, I don't know if it was a deadly one or
Yeah.
not, but it was still like,
Doesn't matter.
You just ran out of the
Nightmare
basement,
realized.
out of the
Yeah,
house,
yeah,
just
yeah.
sprinting down the
Yeah.
street, just running as fast as you could.
yeah.
Had to get away.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm pretty sure I slept upstairs on the couch for quite some time after that.
Because dude, like spiders generally don't bother me. Like if I see a spider, I'm okay, no problem. But if a spider is on me, it's a different story. Or if you're just sitting there and you see,
Yeah. You like, you little son of a bitch.
yeah,
It's like, hello.
yeah.
Hello.
Then it gets in the corner of the room and writes some pig. You're like, all right.
Oh, this spider's all right.
Yeah.
Stepped on a 4-foot-long bull snake out at my grandpa's farm when I was a kid. And just the way it shot out from under my foot and like slid away just terrified me.
Is that what created your fear of snakes right there?
Yes,
I bet
absolutely.
it is.
And in your line of work, the tree work, you probably run into some snakes.
Yeah, the rule is if I see one, I don't tell my bosses because they will pick it up and run at me with it.
Yes. Have you seen that video of the dudes of the group of guys golfing.
Yeah, I love it. Love it.
Oh God!
Where he just
And they tie the fake snake, to his leg, and he basically almost kills himself running into the golf cart.
The whole time he's just going, get the fuck out of here.
And then it turns into like everyone's dying laughing, and then they're like, "Oh shit!" They're like, "It's fake! It's fake!" And he's like, "Oh, I don't like snakes."
Guy's puking all over himself, crying, broken arm.
Some good friends.
Oh shit! One time, I'm growing up on my front porch. We had a big front porch of the house I grew up in, and it's closed in with screens and stuff. And there was a chipmunk on our porch, and I'm like, "Oh shit, porch chipmunk!" I'm like, I don't know how old I was, like second grade or third, first, who knows? And I was like, somebody's gonna catch themselves a chipmunk and have some fun with it. So I'm chasing this chipmunk all over the porch, getting it wore out. I finally do catch it. It's cornered. I pick it up. It immediately bites me right on the thumb. I fucking shake my hand, and it is death gripped on my thumb.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's like, wait, oh yeah.
That's the hamster move
Yeah.
right there.
And then it releases, runs away. My family is like, oh my God. Because I go in and tell them what happened. So they have to take me to the hospital. And they're like, do you have the chipmunk? No, I don't. They fucking.
Yeah, you're like,
I'm
hold on a second.
Yeah, yeah.
It's in my pocket.
And since I didn't have the chipmunk, I had to get rabies shots in my ass every day for like a week or 2 weeks. We had to go to the doctor, the hospital, and get a rabies shot.
Damn.
Which sounds, but the old rabies shot in the early days was like 8 inches right in your gut.
Yeah,
with
that's
a
what I heard.
needle. And they had, but instead, I had to get them in my butt over several days, which is better,
Yeah.
I guess. But yeah, that was crazy.
That is crazy. Do you still have the chipmunk?
Yeah, like yeah, I did manage to keep it. Pretty impressive. Alex, what about you?
Was swimming in the ocean in Florida once, and like 10 feet away, just swimming around. Oh yay, doing a little snorkeling. Water is probably like chest deep, and like 10 feet away, a fin comes out and goes like right past, and I'm like, like 10 feet away, like I could have dove, and then I'm like, oh my God, like I'm like, and I see a couple more,
Oh my God.
and then come up to fucking dolphin.
Oh, still.
Which still, I'm still like, but they were very cool.
Oh,
They
yeah.
just kind of swam around and then took off. But when you're just farting around, you're like, oh yeah, sharks out here, haha. And then you see a big fin, a big gray fin. This goes, shoo, and you're just
Yeah.
like, I didn't know. Then you're like, shoo, you're like, okay, well, had a good run, I guess.
This was not part of the all-inclusive package.
Oh man.
Had a bear in a campsite once in
Oh my gosh.
Colorado or New Mexico, camping with my friends, and you have to put all your food, anything that smells, toothpaste, food,
Right.
suntan lotion, anything, up into a bear bag. You put it in a bag, send it up a tree, so that they can't get. That's just
When I go
they
camping,
don't worry about it. Then
people always see my bear bag.
you make sure of it.
That's right.
Anyways, one of my friends didn't kind of forgot about it, was like brushing his teeth in his tent, and so there's a couple of my buddies that were across from us in their tent, and a bunch of us on the other side, and we kept hearing him like yelling, "Get out of here! Stop it!" And we're like, "These fucking idiots, go to bed. It's a fucking long day." And finally, like they just quit, and everyone. The next day, they're like, "There was a fucking bear outside of our tent. Like it was swiping." Like they can feel it like hitting their head in the tent
Holy shit.
because it smelled the fucking toothpaste. And they didn't know, so they're just screaming. Then they just like went silent because they thought, and then it just went away. And we didn't even fucking know.
That's a close call.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Waking up and the other tent's just shredded.
Yeah.
Blood everywhere. Like, how did I sleep through that?
What happened? I thought they were just messing around.
God damn. Yeah, I had a cricket in my room that I couldn't
That is fucking horrible.
It's
though.
very annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, that was my life growing up.
cheap.
Yeah, I had a bedroom in the basement, and there'd always be one fucking cricket somewhere. You're like,
How did you like your basement bedroom?
I did not like it. Well, I liked it, and I didn't like it. I mean, it had its advantages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels like you're on part of the house a little.
That's what we have, a basement bedroom at the new place.
Oh,
I'm like,
I noticed.
It's, seems cool. I would like it, I think.
It's nice in the
perfectly
summertime because it's always
AJ
cool down
size.
there.
What's that you say?
I said it's perfectly AJ sized.
That's right.
I did notice.
AJ loves sleeping in a basement too. No problem.
If it's nice and finished up, I do like it. My friends would take like those exact green couch cushions and like stick them in the egress window. So
Oh, yeah.
no light in.
Oh, dude.
Blackout.
Make like 4 boxes of mac and cheese at once.
I remember
Ball out.
sleeping at my long ago ex-girlfriend's house, her family's house, in their basement. And I remember one time, like, it was fucking like as dark as a room could get. I was like, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's
like,
cool.
like sleeping. And then I come out and they're like, oh, somebody's a sleepyhead. And I'm like, they're like, it's 1:30. And I'm like, oh yeah, making a good impression on the fam, sleeping till 1:30.
That boy's a go-getter.
Yeah.
I feel like I slept a lot when I was young, though. I don't know if it's like growing pains
Oh, yeah.
or whatever, but
Yeah, because you're growing.
like especially come summertime, 12 hours easy.
Oh yeah.
I think I clocked a few like 15, 16 hour sleeps in there.
I remember sleeping until like almost noon. My dad just keep yelling at me, "Get out of bed!" I don't got anything to do. I get 4 more hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Only got 14.
That's something. Yeah. I feel like this is maybe my too niceness hanging out, but I'm like, if they want to sleep and they're sleeping, have at it.
Let them sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep.
I used to this day, I get anxiety, feels like I'm going to have a heart attack when I take a nap, I get like, start sweating because I have this fucking old memories of taking naps after school. And if my dad came home and caught me napping, well, that shit was no good, buddy. no good. Yeah.
My parents never seemed to worry much about napping. They always wanted the rooms to be clean and stuff, though. That was their big sticking point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that point, my parents had given up on that.
Well, I think young boys, especially, I think their rooms just stink. I walked into my nephew's bedroom. He's like 17 now, and he lives at my mom's. And I walked in, and I was like, "It smells like asshole in here, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, like straight up."
Yeah.
Just all that weird young bo.
Oh yeah. Just hormones all over the place.
Well, it felt like every guy. They were not. We had like a little outfit we had to wear for PE. Mm-hmm. It was like a gray shirt, black shorts, or something, and those were not getting washed after.
Oh yeah.
Each time. There'd be sometimes you'd like open the locker and be like, "Oh."
Yeah, I remember that. And you're like, I
hit it with
forgot.
a little axe.
I remember having
go.
the official talk in school where I don't know if it was like, but they were like, we need to talk to you guys. You stink.
Y'all stink.
Yeah, they're like, you got to start wearing deodorant. You got to start showering more frequently.
What? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember, I'm pretty sure it was 3rd grade, maybe 4th grade. I don't know, but they're like, we might have been early bloomers or something because.
Yeah.
You were blooming.
Yeah, that's right.
Bunch of blooming onions. Not the good kind.
This ain't Outback Steakhouse. Yeah, I remember like realizing the first time I stunk. It was in class, and unfortunately, it was in the class where I was sitting behind a girl I had a big crush on.
Of course.
And I was like, something smells like Subway in here. How
Someone cooking up a hot steak and cheese in here? Extra onions?
Yeah. Feels like a Philly cheesesteak. But like where you like move and it'll like plume up into Oh.
This might surprise you guys, but I don't smell that great right now.
Oh, we're not surprised. Some of us are just stinkier than others. I find myself, like, even my shoes, I got like a boot dryer to like try to fight the shoe stink.
Buddy, I've been fighting that fight for a long time.
It's been the battle of the bulge for the last decade.
It has. A serious issue. It's a funny story that I tell the kids and told Sarah. But when I was a little kid, I'd spend a week with my cousin once a year. We were close in age. We were good buddies. So he'd spend a week with us, and I'd spend a week with him throughout. We'd have lots of events planned for that week or whatever. And I remember we were going to Field of Dreams, I think, in Dyersville, and my aunt. She didn't cuss in front of me. She didn't cuss in front of any of us because we were kids, and we were in her van, and I took my shoes off. And my aunt turns around, she goes, "Toe, put your goddamn shoes back on." I was like, okay, all right. I was like, ooh. Yeah, it was a quiet rest of the car ride.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry,
scared.
my feet stinks.
Yeah. And the issue remains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a similar kind of situation in the inverse in a way where it was a girl that I really liked. This was in high school. And Ugg boots were very popular at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And some of these girls were like wearing the Ugg boots.
Yeah.
Daily, every day.
They made the mistake of just popping them on to go run around without putting socks on, and then they're forever fucked.
Yeah.
And so she had a pretty dirty pair of Uggs on, and she popped those bad boys off for a movie night. And I was like, I don't feel so good.
Someone just pop open a canister of tear gas.
Yeah.
I can't stop crying right now.
The movie marathon turned to a single show. Got a stomach ache. I felt really bad, but like the smell sense is so potent,
If we're, am I going to should I tell the one story?
I think it's time you told
All
me.
right. I haven't told on the video podcast yet.
Let's get it on video.
But one time I was dating a gal, and
A tremendous guy.
we won't even, but so we go back. We'd been out all night, and we go back to her place, and we're hooking up, getting necky, getting in her bed,
Sexy stuff.
start doing sexy stuff. And I'm doing the sexy stuff, from behind. Not to be gross, not to be too graphic, but I was doing that.
Really
I was
paint a
like,
picture.
and I was like, "Oh my god!" And it smelled so bad that I was like, "I'm quitting." I was like, "I can't
Tapping
do
out.
it." My penis was like, I don't want any part of this anymore. And I was like, "Come on!" It was like, "Nope, I'm
Your
out."
penis is sticking toilet paper up its nose.
So anyway, I stopped. I was like, I guess I'm too drunk. I don't know what the deal is. And she goes to the bathroom. I was connected to her room. She's in there for a while, doing her thing, like 10 minutes. She opens the door of the bedroom from the bathroom, and she goes, "My pussy fucking stinks." I was like, "See?"
Oh, really? I didn't notice. Tears streaming down your face.
And I was like, she had been out of the room for a while and came back in, and the room still stunk.
How does she not figure that out when she is alone in the bathroom with the door
buddy,
closed?
I don't know. Maybe that is what she did. Maybe that's what she was talking about. But either way,
Yeah, it's like there's been times where like I make dinner, all that stuff, don't get to like taking out the trash or all the dishes done, and then I'll wake up the next day, go about some stuff, leave, and then come back, and I'll be like, "Damn, it fucking stinks." In here.
yeah.
Where it's like sometimes I think
You're
like,
nose blind.
yeah, you're like nose blind too. I think that was like the Ugg boot situation a little.
Oh
too.
yeah, for sure.
Ugg boots.
But
Ugg.
sounds like it was strong enough that she did see.
yes.
Her nose saw. No, it's all right. I mean, I hardly noticed.
What?
I mean, yeah. So, But that was
Yeah.
generally I would never. I wouldn't like, non-issue. I'm not a complainer.
Yeah.
But when it goes so far as when it's like,
Where you're retching.
Yeah. A little bit too much of a nice guy.
yeah, spraying Lysol from the back.
Magic eraser. Like,
Not that magic.
Oh, will that be the part? Yeah, I'll regret that tomorrow. That's all right.
Yeah, it's been a while, Got to remind the people.
what's a podcast without a few regrets?
Hey, it's my motto.
God, it made me think of a good one too, and I lost it. I was too busy
Oh,
laughing
you
my
got it.
little balls off.
Oh, you got a smelly post story?
No, not that. Oh, no, I remember what it was. That reminded me of a guy I lived with in Ames. Like when you live with people, you slowly but surely get to like learn about all the things you didn't learn about just having a regular friendship.
Yeah. Taking things up a notch.
And I remember, I don't remember how exactly we got to the conversation, but we got to the conversation of like how you shower. Mm-hmm. Just being like, oh, how do you do it? Are you a loofah guy, washcloth? And somehow that spun out into him declaring that he did not wash his ass at all because he thought it was gay.
Because he thought
Oh man, the homophobia ruining people's lives. Unreal.
I was like, I think you have much bigger problems to worry
Yeah.
about. Your giant stinky ass. Yeah. Never washed.
Yeah. Oh man.
Hope he doesn't catch a glimpse of his own penis in the mirror.
Whoa.
Yeah, you're super gay, buddy.
Yeah. He was like, every once in a while, I'll let a little water run back there. I was like,
As a treat.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm not gay.
Yeah.
Water hits his ass. Hey.
Whoa.
I used to get in
Watch
almost
it there.
fist fights with one of my friends talking about sucking our own dicks. And I'd be like, you absolutely would if you could. He'd be like, no, I wouldn't. It's fucking gay. I'd be like, not if it's your own dick.
Yeah.
It would get real serious.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like Frost Nixon.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we would suck each other's dicks and get over it.
Yeah. Man, the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always interesting learning about everyone else's little habits as you get to know people. That's why I love going to people's places, seeing how they do stuff, seeing how they like. Do they have the toilet paper rolling down like from the back to the bottom, or is it the top pulling?
I'm always over the top. Try to be.
I go from the bottom, but I don't know why.
I think I'm a bit of a renegade. It's just however it goes
However
on.
it's on.
Yeah.
Switch it. And
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
like-
riveting stuff.
Yeah, I like how open-minded you are.
That's the kind of guy he is,
Modern
I
man.
just turned 38 and I'm going for it.
I started washing my ass recently because I found out it wasn't gay.
Yeah.
Turns out I have a couple medical problems back there now because I never washed my own ass.
Stalactites.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But there's, I mean, I guess, because I never got the birds and bees talk, anything, some amount of it is just sort of left up to them, I guess, as a new parent. You all have to decide, this, you should wash your ass.
Yes. Yeah.
That'll be day one.
I mean, currently, the little one, I wash her ass, So someday I'll tell her about it and say, it's your turn now to wash your own ass.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you gay.
To be clear.
Promise.
Yeah, he was a real rocket scientist, that roommate.
There's some, there's one time I gave a guy a ride home from an open mic years and years ago. And it was very, very cold outside. But he smelled so bad that I had my window way down. And he was like, why do you got the window down? I was like, fresh air.
Again, tears streaming down your face.
Yeah. Oh, just smoking.
I always roll down the windows all the way when I smoke.
That's right.
When it's 0 degrees outside.
Yes.
And your window too.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I tie you to the top? I had to when I was doing millwork stuff, delivering that to construction sites. There was a kid that was much younger than me, and I was like, "Bro, you got to start wearing deodorant." And he was like, "What?" I was like, "Or showering before work because you smell like a talking box of old Chinese food." Yeah. I didn't. It was one of those. It was like, do I want to have this conversation? But it was like,
It's tough.
yeah, I had no choice.
Yeah, it's like the thing, someone has something in their teeth kind of conversation a little. I think you got to do it out of respect.
Yeah. Yep.
One time I had someone at work tell me I had to chill out on the cologne.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
Kind of the opposite problem.
Yeah.
I smelled too good.
You're making us too horny in here.
Nah, that was when I was smoking cigs, so I was like, it'll fix that cigarette smell. A little Sauvage by Johnny Depp.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
Was that by Johnny Depp?
And he was like the face of
Yeah,
it.
okay.
He's the commercial guy.
Who I never look at Johnny Depp and think that's how I want to smell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. And in the ads, he was looking very Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
I
still
think you
that
nailed
era.
it with a lot of too much cologne and cigarettes. That's
Yeah, yeah.
right
that's
there.
probably
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn.
I wonder what. Pretty sure my high school football days have been the worst I ever smelled.
Yeah, I would say that. Same for myself.
Well, the locker room alone.
Dude, and the pads, there was like you can't.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, you'd be like, I guess we spray them with Febreze and leave them outside.
That was if you're
Then they'll be
responsible.
okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mine
yeah.
stayed where they belong in their locker.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Just getting real good and cured.
What's that aerosol can that you get at bowling alleys that they spray the shoes with?
Yeah.
Yeah. That powdery kind of. Yeah, I can. That locker room memory is so poignant that I can still that sour.
That sweet sour. Yep. The old practice jersey that hasn't been washed all season. You
Yeah.
just throw her on and go.
Well, it's also you'd have that feeling where it smelled so bad it was like almost hard to put on.
Yeah.
You'd have to be like,
And then you put it on, you're like, this is fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, did you ever?
This will be great for my back knee.
I don't know if you guys had this in football, but for baseball, like grabbing a helmet
Yeah.
that someone else had just
Yeah.
sweat all
Ugh.
through and
Yeah.
just plopping that on your
Yeah,
head.
they had that all the foam inside, but just has
Yep,
slimy
so
sweat
good.
on it. Oh yeah, like this is the only one that fits my big ass head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We all smell good now, though. Thank God for that.
Good enough.
Good enough. Yeah, I think I got traumatized so hard from feeling shame about smelling bad sitting next to that girl that I liked that I went overboard for quite some time.
Like kind of course correct
Affected
a little
you
bit.
The rest of your life. That's like when I
Yeah.
sneezed in front of my 5th grade class, and I haven't sneezed right since.
The boogers go everywhere.
I got all in my hand. Like I was like, and I was like, oh no. And it was both my hands covered in snot. And I was like, oh God. And I had to walk up to the front of the room and I was like,
You give a book report.
Yeah.
Okay, just snot
and
everywhere.
now when I sneeze, people are like, are you okay? Because I think your brain exploded in your head. I'm like,
Must not see the boogers.
yes.
We had a girl in my class that would happen to all the time. She just couldn't time it, and I felt so bad for her 'cause she was such a sweetheart. But yeah, from the timing of grabbing the tissue, it always ended up just boogers all and snot all over her face and her hands.
Oh man,
Oh man.
that sucks.
And the Kleenexes are always up on the teacher's desk, so it's
Yeah.
got to be right in front of everybody.
Yeah,
I walk up.
yeah. Let's make a real show out of this. Oh man.
Yeah, I was someone that would get nervous even about going up and sharpening the pencil sometime.
You had to.
Oh,
You
yeah.
had to go up and it was like on the wall.
Yeah.
You're basically making a little showcase of yourself in front of everyone. You're like,
Yep. If you had new shoes,
you're like, don't worry, I know how to sharpen this pencil. Then you fuck it up, and everyone knows. And you're like, God damn it.
It was always funny, the guys that would sharpen it down to like a pencil this big.
Yeah.
Just goofing around, you know?
I liked to be the one that unhooked it and emptied all the
Oh,
shams.
yeah.
That was satisfying.
That is
was-
pure satisfaction.
You see all the little gears in there. You're like, nice, nice.
And those probably, yeah. Those are
We
still
had
around.
we had a real fancy pencil sharpener at my house. That was like the crank kind. I don't know if you guys had those, but with the suction cup on the bottom, you flip the thing over and it would be rock solid on the table.
Yep.
And I'd take the whole thing off and sharpen pencils with no case around it and be like, whoo.
This is
Like,
living.
oh my God. Yeah. Watching the things. Like, oh, amazing.
Sex, no thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to put my penis in this pencil sharpener.
Now who's gay?
Yeah, it was all those little things, you know, just it seemed like every moment you felt like every person's eyes was on, and maybe they were a little bit, but like every moment, every second in school was an opportunity to completely destroy your reputation.
That's how I felt in high school. That's why I didn't speak. That's
Yeah.
why, I just like sat there quietly and hoped not to be too sweaty.
Right.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's good times. Definitely no latent PTSD from that. No, sir. Yeah, I remember when I first moved to Des Moines, I was like, well, this is kind of like a alternate identity option as well.
Yeah.
Where I was like, yeah, we spent a little time in Australia. I actually met Steve Irwin. I don't know if I told you that.
I did that my freshman year of college. I was like, you're going to be outgoing and you're going to fucking, whether you like it or not, just do it. I did it.
Damn.
And then you got banned from campus.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, had a real
That
good
is
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you like rip a door off or something like that?
I broke a door. That was later, but yeah. My body slammed a kid. I did a bunch of stuff. Got my locks changed on the dorm room.
Menace to society.
Have you seen this boy?
Yeah, my picture was up and everything.
Wanted.
Body slammed a kid.
I did. I took, I was taking Adderall and drank a lot. And this kid wouldn't open the door up into our dorm. Like and it was locked. We were trying to get into like cafeteria area and he wouldn't open it. And then when he did finally open it, I was like, ah! And I fucking, body slammed him. I didn't feel good about it. No one did. It was pretty cool. Yeah.
You thought you were going to be a hero.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
What? Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
It was not great. And I probably could have used, I wish now looking back, I was like, man, that was like the early game for Adderall. I should have stuck with that shit. Said I was like, it makes me crazy. I don't want any part of that.
It makes me want to study. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not so fast.
The one night with Adderall and booze made me fucking whack job. And I was like, I probably shouldn't take this. I didn't believe I had ADD really at the time. I was mistaken.
Oh, this was like a prescribed thing?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's what I'm saying. This was like before people didn't even,
Before it was cool.
Yeah. It wasn't around like it is now.
you found out the old-fashioned way that you can drink like 900 beers on Adderall as well, which is probably what maybe led to the whole body, the suplex situation.
Yeah. I was a golden god. Till I wasn't. I attacked my roommate that night too.
Jesus.
Rampage.
Yep.
That was not common. People, dear listeners and viewers.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm generally pretty nice.
Changed man.
Yeah.
I was at a house party at some girl's house years ago, Adderall and booze.
Yeah.
And they had pictures like on their fridge, but they also had the duplicate of the same picture right next to it on the fridge.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was ridiculous. I was like, you don't need two of the same picture. And I was just addied out, drunk, and just ripped up all of the duplicates. And then me and my buddy took their makeup and flushed it down a toilet.
Holy shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Boys.
It'll do you dirty sometime. If you don't know, yeah.
Gosh, yeah.
Because that would have been before I did before I did, I mean, I'd smoked weed at that point, but
Right.
other than that, just drank and, smoked weed. And I hadn't done anything else.
And that Adderall's crazy, boy. I tell you what. I feel like I never got like any fights or anything. It'd always be like I would do everyone in the apartment's laundry, like something really weird. Clean the whole house or be like, we're gonna write a movie script tonight.
Yeah.
I get like one page.
I got it halfway done.
Yeah. I did have a little joke here.
Oh, nice.
What's Tarantino's favorite part of making a movie?
The feet.
All the footage.
Ah.
Nice.
Thank you. Considering becoming a houseboat guy, I don't remember why I wrote that.
It's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm on
there you
board.
go.
That's a good living.
not the best state to be a houseboat guy, but I suppose you live on the river.
I see some at Sailorville too. A couple of houseboats cruising around.
But I don't think you can't occupy those or you have to take them out of the water during the
you
winter, I
can't live
think. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Maybe it's one an overboard scenario from listening to Danny last week.
Yeah. Well, and then I watched Zodiac, the movie, Jake Gyllenhaal, David Fincher, or whatever, and Robert Downey Jr. lives in a houseboat.
Cool dudes in TV shows and movies. There was a while there where they seemed to all live in houseboats.
Yeah.
Didn't Don Johnson live in a houseboat in
I
Miami
feel like
Vice?
a lot of dudes live in houseboats.
Yeah.
Just solitary dudes.
The ladies.
Hey,
man.
hot lady, leave me alone. I'm on
Yeah.
my boat thinking about stuff.
Yeah, contemplating.
Yeah, very contemplative.
Because I used to want a house. I used to be like, when I grow up, I will live in a houseboat.
Yeah. I'm just getting there,
Yeah. There you go.
growing up.
Hell yeah.
Real man dreams.
Yeah.
Living alone on a houseboat. Just let it out. It's begging.
These button ups, because you're not supposed to button the bottom button, correct? Right? Isn't that like
The hardest button to button.
cornball? Isn't that? You leave the last button undone, I think.
I only button the top button.
Like a cholo. Yeah.
Like, hey, I heard you wash your ass.
What? No, that's gay. You heard wrong.
I got a suction cup bird feeder for my window.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Hoping to see like cardinals, maybe a blue jay or two, something. And instead, I have just a very fat squirrel kind of patrolling it at all times. He's crushing my bird food. He eats all the sunflower seeds first, and then he'll come back and like he slowly gets to the bottom of the barrel.
Oh,
shit.
hell yeah. This
Yeah.
is like me with the Halloween candy.
Yeah, those sunflower seeds are like Snickers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And whatever the millets, like Hershey's Kisses, probably. Garbage.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to watch them. Right, I mean, 'cause, it's right on the window, so you can see their little squirrel.
Cool.
things.
Like, look at this fat ass, and you're like shoving food in your mouth, watching the squirrel shove food in his mouth.
Well, he was like, because it's sort of like these little suction cup stickery things that have a little hook that sort of sits on, but he's so big and fat that it was like sliding around on like it's not fixed onto, it just sort of hangs onto it, but it was,
What's Miri think about that?
she goes nuts,
Fuck yeah.
Fun.
but she'll like,
Did she make those weird cat murder sounds?
Yeah.
and then sometimes she'll just watch, and the squirrel must not have very good vision or something, because the birds can always tell when she's there, like watching, if she's like perched up kind of peeking at him, but the squirrel doesn't give a shit.
Right.
He knows. Like I said,
Yeah.
my first bird seed rodeo.
Yeah, doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
The size of this, I'm about to get a picture of them.
Nah, they're brave. I've seen them, they run through traffic. I don't think
Well,
cats
they
would
were
scare
brought
them.
here for our entertainment. We learned
Squirrels?
Yeah, basically
Damn.
they put them in Central Park like 100 years ago. And I don't know. I don't know if there's natural squirrels here too, but like
I think they were like into the city.
Yeah.
Isn't that the same with pigeons? Didn't we actually use pigeons, and then now we just completely ignore them?
We treat them like, I mean, you used to eat pigeons. You used to use them to deliver messages and have them do fucking tricks and shit. Now we're just like flying rats.
Yeah. No respect.
Apparently
Sad
pigeon
plight.
is good. Yeah.
Ugh.
Big old
thanks.
dirty city bird.
Yeah. This is totally completely random.
No,
I guess I can't. But a dude came to our house this weekend. A pickup truck pulled up in front of our house. I was like, what the hell? They started walking through our yard and looking at our tree. And I was like, what is going on here? I don't know who these guys are. Like maybe they're. And then he walked up to the house. And I guess I'm not going to say the name on the podcast. But there's like the most Asian, like a hilariously Asian Pacific Islander name. And the guy was like, are you, and I was like, no. Like, do you think I am? Because I am not. It doesn't, with the name was pretty funny, but I won't say it. Good one. I'm glad I popped that in there.
Yeah, I like it. Well, folks, we've done our court mandated time. Good for us. Any closing thoughts or remarks before we start landing this plane?
cover a lot of important territory.
We really did.
I think.
Oh, Val Kilmer died.
Oh, what a bummer.
Yeah.
So young.
Did he have like esophageal cancer or something, or what was going on?
Yeah, I think he did, or
He died of pneumonia, but probably having his neck issues probably did not help that, I would assume. But
I saw I was like, man, that would have been fucking awesome. Apparently on the set of MacGruber,
I heard.
towards the end, Will Forte and Val Kilmer had become like very good friends. And Val Kilmer was like, me and you, Will Forte, are going to do The Amazing Race together. And it's like, hell.
I think he lived with Will Forte for a while.
I don't know.
And Will Forte loved that show and watched it all the time.
Yeah.
And Val Kilmer's like, we're doing it.
Yeah. But their agents were like, you're not doing it. I was like, but I feel like on all sides at that time, that would have been huge for The Amazing Race.
Yeah.
It would have been huge if Val Kilmer and Will Forte. This is how stupid execs are.
Yeah.
It's like, it sounds like a terrible idea. Like, no, that would be great for everyone.
Yeah.
I'm very bummed it didn't happen.
Yeah.
What is The Amazing Race?
A group of two, so couples, but they don't have to be couples.
Teams of two.
Yeah, teams of two travel around the world, essentially.
I think there's I haven't seen it forever, but there's like 6 or 8 teams, and they all start in like St. Louis, and they end up in Portugal.
Yeah.
And they go to different cities and like solve some sort of puzzle or riddle and run around and get all this shit before you can move on to the next spot. So you're literally racing all over the place.
That would have been great with Val Kilmer and Will
I
Forte.
know. Damn. Missed
Val
opportunity.
Kilmer also I don't know if he is underrated, but fucking hilarious, dude. Hilarious in Willow, Top Secret, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, hilarious. I don't know. He's even funny as fucking in Tombstone.
God, I loved the documentary that came out like a couple years ago.
Yeah, I didn't
where
see
his
that.
son narrated it, and his son sounds just like him.
Yeah. He also did he told Oliver Stone when he was doing The Doors, he was like, if I can make myself sound exactly like Jim Morrison, will you use my voice for like the live stuff? And they were like, yeah, if you can do it, we'll. And he fucking, not only did he look almost exactly like him, he fucking sang exactly
So
like him.
he played Oliver 3 Doors songs.
Yeah.
And told Oliver to try to find the one that's Val and not Jim Morrison, and he couldn't do it, and they were all Val.
Yeah.
None of them were Jim.
Really?
Actual
That's
Doors
amazing.
songs.
I didn't even know that part.
That's cool. I'm glad that he was able to make that appearance in Top Gun Maverick too.
Yes.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was a nice little closing remark. Yeah, I didn't realize it was as dire as it was. I mean, it should have been kind of a hint, I guess,
Right.
with his state.
He had a little cameo in The Love Guru. The Mike
Oh,
Myers
yeah?
movie.
I never saw it.
It's all right.
That's a pretty good review from what I hear.
Yeah.
There's some moments. There's some fun.
Yeah, that was when I started kind of falling off with Adam Sandler a bit.
Mike Myers.
Oh, Mike Myers, I apologize.
Same diff.
Bring back Austin Powers.
That's why nobody saw the Love Guru.
Yeah. What was the same? Oh, don't mess with the Zohan.
Oh yeah.
I get those like confused in my head for some reason.
Yeah, the bush.
All right, folks. Been No Sleep, the podcast. Sam Hirchak, thank you, sir, for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
You can find Sam and his comedy dealings on Instagram, I believe.
Yes, at Samuel Hirchak.
There we go. H-I-R.
You gotta like
your
your sketches.
Yeah, me and Wade are
Yeah.
trying our hand at it.
Yeah, that one go
Pumping some out.
crazy.
Yeah, one of them's up to almost 80,000 views.
Which one?
It's got Kozad in it. The one with me, Wade, and Kozad. And I don't know. I'll send it to you.
Maybe I didn't.
It's hard to explain.
Real
Can't
thinker.
explain it.
It's a good one, though. Mm-hmm. It was crazy to see a Friends thing go viral like that. It's very exciting. Yeah, but I've been AJ Simmons.
Ooh.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Fuck the plugs. Alex Carter at Beechwood Lounge, April 19th, 8 p.m.
And at Dugan's Hideaway, the 13th.
Oh,
for the roast of Des Moines.
Sunday.
Oh shit!
Roast of Des Moines, Dugan's Hideaway.
What? That's a Sunday?
Yes.
Nice. I'll be
Maybe
there.
I'll try to get.
And then me, Danny, Sam, and Willie Farrell, April 17th, 7 p.m., West Des Moines Funny Bone.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Little benefit show.
For the cops. We're selling out.
Is it really
Comedians
for
for
cops?
cops.
It's like the Benevolent Association or something like that.
Taking our punk rock cards away from us.
Yeah.
We have sold out.
Yeah. You can try. You can try and get him reinstated in 6 months.
Yeah.
See if cops laugh at cop jokes.
I'm just going to talk about how awesome firefighters are.
All right. Yeah, I've been AJ Simmons. Thanks for watching, listening, folks.
Ooh, I've been Toll McGrain.
Sam Hirchak.
And I've been Alex Carter.
Thank you, Shiloh. Goodbye.
Bye.
Fucking AJ, Toll and Alex. They're fucking hilarious.
This is a certified hood classic. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.